during the severest lockdown, how did you go about doing your work?
Oh, it was very difficult. It was very difficult to manage the operations during lockdown. And this lockdown is not a second lockdown or third lockdown or whatever. This is the first lockdown that was announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 23rd of March. And we conceptualized this mask. I mean, the idea was there first week of April or second week of April, but only on 15th, starting from 15th of April, we started our operations surrounding the Unsafe mask. So what happened was, because of course during that point of time, masks were a huge scarcity. The only masks which were available was N95 masks and surgical masks. Again, non-biodegradable, had huge issues as well. So these were sold at about 500-600 bucks in the market. There was no concept of reusability. There was no concept of antimicrobial nature of the masks. During that time, we conceptualized if something can be done using alternate raw materials. So whatever material was used to make a N95 mask or surgical mask, we will not go with that, but use some alternate source of textile or raw materials to build a mask, which would be A, reusable, and B, antimicrobial. So that was the conception. So this is easier said than done, It's like we on theory we were very clear that this is the mask we want to make. This would be the attributes, ABC would be the attributes, and XYZ would be the raw materials. But where to source raw materials in lockdown, in first lockdown? It's like we knew this is a fabric that we want. So what we did was we did an extensive, of course there would be these fabrics. There would be these fabrics existing with some vendors, let's say in Surat or in Gujarat, because Gujarat is a very textile rich zone. But how to transport the person with whom we were talking to? So we were making like 200 calls a day to the local vendors. So the person to whom we were calling, they would be like, हाँ हमारे पास तो है, पर आपको भेजेंगे कैसे? How to transport it to Delhi? So that was a huge issue. And then we could not find the same grade of fabric here in the Delhi. Of course, in Delhi it's difficult to find, but if you go to a little bit industrial area towards Noida, then also there will be an interstate, of course, boundary. So that also is a problem. So we had to sneak in through in a truck where there will be PPE kits, because awareness also was very low at that point of time. So if the guards would stop to check what kind of materials we are transporting, so PPEs of course is an emergency material, everybody would understand. But cloth, normal cloth, the cloth that we use for unsafe mask is not. Nobody has the awareness that this would be built in masks. So we had to kind of sneak through. I don't want to go into details on record, of course, but we had to sneak through.
Don't worry. I don't want to hear how you did that. End of the day, you succeeded and you beautifully gave those masks in those worst times.